Hey, science classes, happy Monday. It is April 27th. Taking a look at the survey from last week. You did get a new survey posted this morning, of course, as well as a new assignment. I'll touch on both of those in just a second. But I'm looking at the survey from last week, and I want to give a big shout out that 77% of you are checking your email, and 97% of you have been checking Google Classroom. For the rest of you, encouragement to go ahead and do that. If you have friends who you think may or may not be reaching out on these things, please encourage them to at least take a look at the surveys. Try to touch base so that we as teachers and as their friends know that they are doing okay because they have sent some kind of response on there. This week's survey is Broadway musical themed. Last week I got some feedback from some of you that you weren't really familiar with the sports. And I recognize that some of you might not be very familiar with Broadway musicals either, but I figured change it up, give you something different. So your How Are You Doing? We're looking at a scale from Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West in Wicked, to Maria von Trapp in The Sound of Music. How you feeling on a 1, 2, 3, 4? And then our musicals that we're actually looking at. Last week it was baseball movies. We're looking at Les Miserables, West Side Story, Pajama Game, and Newsies. And of course there are descriptions for those on the survey. It is Monday, so I do want to draw your attention to the fact that there was an assignment posted on Friday afternoon. It's going to be the first thing in your classwork. It's called Waves Choice Board. There is a mini lesson included in it. I wrote these different than last week. I put it in there completely as a hyperdoc, so everything you need is within the hyperdoc, including an explanation of how those work and the specific objective for the week that I would often put on the screen in front of me or have on the board in the back of the classroom. So all of that information is there. If you have questions, definitely feel free to reach out. You can come via email, or I do have drop-in hours, and these are also listed with hyperlinks in the hyperdoc. Tuesdays from 10:30 to 11:30, and Thursdays from 2:30 to 3:30. Please drop on by on Google Hangouts. Come and ask your questions, or otherwise you can send me an email and reach out that way. I hope that all of you had an enjoyable weekend. We're supposed to get a couple of warm days here. Although it's possibly going to be a little rainy. It's sunny as I am recording this on Monday morning. So as always, take care of yourself and each other. Stay safe. Wash your hands. From my house to yours, we love you. I will see you guys tomorrow.